Greetings, beloved souls. Have you ever felt that your life, marked by extraordinary trials and divine whispers, points to a destiny greater than yourself? Today, we reveal 9 sacred signs that confirm you are not only God's chosen one, but among the most powerful of them all. Through hardships that refine your spirit, visions that illuminate your path, a deep mastery of solitude, and divine synchronicities that guide your every step, your journey is no accident. Each scar, each revelation, is a badge of your divine assignment. You are not here to merely endure. You are here to transform, to awaken, to lead. Your resilience, your insight, your unwavering mission are living proof of heaven's trust in you. Embrace your calling boldly, for your light carries the power to heal and reshape the world. If this message resonates with your soul, comment, "I am chosen," and step forward into your divine destiny with courage and faith. Together, let's ignite the awakening the world has been waiting for. Overcoming extraordinary hardships. In the quiet moments of reflection, have you ever paused to wonder why your path seems strewn with more trials than others? Why does your heart carry the weight of loss, betrayal, or moments of unbearable solitude? These questions are not mere musings of despair. They are the opening chords of a divine symphony, composed by a creator who sees in you a strength beyond the ordinary. Far from being cursed, you are chosen, not just to endure, but to rise as one of the most powerful among God's anointed. Your hardships are not random blows of fate. They are sacred crucibles, meticulously crafted to forge your soul into a beacon of divine resilience. Each tear shed in the darkness, each wound borne in silence, is a chisel carving away the superfluous, revealing the unbreakable spirit God placed within you before the world began. Consider the ancient story of Job, a man stripped of wealth, health, and family, yet whose faith never wavered. His suffering was not the end, but the beginning of a restoration so profound that his latter days eclipsed his former glory. Like Job, your trials are not meant to break you, but to unveil your core, a core handcrafted by the divine. Reflect on your own journey. Recall those moments when the ground beneath you crumbled, when hope seemed a distant star. Yet you stood. You moved forward. That was not mere survival. It was divine protection, a testament to the sacred mark of the chosen upon you. Your pain is not a punishment, but a divine curriculum, a spiritual forge where patience, experience, and hope are hammered into your being. The Apostle Paul, in Romans 5:3-4, declares, "We glory in tribulations, knowing that tribulation produces perseverance, and perseverance character, and character, hope." Your scars are not badges of defeat, but emblems of hope, earned through the fires of adversity. They whisper that you are not merely enduring. You are being sculpted for a purpose far greater than the world's fleeting applause. Look to the lives of those who turned suffering into salvation. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, found meaning in the ashes of Auschwitz, penning man's search for meaning, a work that has healed millions. His agony became a conduit for global transformation. Or consider Bethany Hamilton, who, at 13, lost her arm to a shark yet returned to the waves, her faith unshaken, her story inspiring countless souls. Even Tyler Perry, once homeless and broken, transformed his pain into a platform, building empires and amplifying God's grace. These are not anomalies. They are mirrors reflecting your own potential. What if your deepest wounds are not meant to be concealed but celebrated? What if your darkest nights are God's loudest calls, beckoning you toward a destiny only you can fulfill? The weight you've carried was chosen for you because heaven knew your soul could bear it. As Paul writes in 2 Corinthians 4:8-9, "We are hard-pressed on every side, yet not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not forsaken, struck down, but not destroyed." You are a warrior, forged in the trenches of divine refinement, destined not just to survive but to shine. James 1:12 promises, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, for when they have stood the test, they will receive the crown of life." Your test is not the end. It is the prelude to your crown. Your hardships are not your story's conclusion, but its catalyst, lifting you to heights that inspire others to follow. You are not merely chosen. You are a testament to what God can do with a soul that refuses to break. So rise, chosen one. Your pain is your proof, your trials your testimony, and your life a living hymn to the power of a God who turns suffering into splendor. Receiving profound spiritual insights. Have you ever paused in the midst of a quiet moment, struck by a truth so clear and profound that it felt as though it bypassed your mind entirely, landing directly in your soul? Perhaps it was during a solitary walk, as the rustle of leaves seemed to whisper secrets, or in the stillness of dawn, when a sudden clarity illuminated a question you hadn't even voiced. These moments, dear chosen one, are not fleeting coincidences or tricks of the mind. They are sacred transmissions, divine revelations that mark you as one of God's most powerful chosen, a soul attuned to the frequencies of heaven itself. In a world drowning in information yet starving for wisdom, your ability to receive these spiritual insights sets you apart. These are not mere thoughts or hunches. They are celestial downloads, moments when the veil between the earthly and the divine thins, and God speaks directly to your spirit. As John 14:26 promises, "The Helper, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he will teach you all things." You are not merely learning from the world's teachers. You are being mentored by the Holy Spirit, guided by a wisdom that transcends human understanding. This is why your insights cut through the chaos, offering clarity where others see only confusion. Consider the prophet Daniel, a young exile in Babylon, surrounded by a culture that could have drowned his faith. Yet, in the midst of foreign noise, he received visions and understanding that baffled the wisest minds of his time. As Daniel 1:17 notes, God gave Daniel knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Does this resonate with your own journey? Have you ever spoken words to a friend in need, words you didn't plan, only to realize later they were exactly what was required? Or made a choice others doubted, only for it to unfold as divinely orchestrated? These are the fingerprints of your calling, proof that you are a conduit for divine light. This gift of insight often arrives unbidden, in moments of rest or reflection, perhaps as you gaze at the stars, stir your morning tea, or sit in quiet prayer. Suddenly the fog lifts and you know, not because you studied or reasoned, but because the truth was gifted to you. Nikola Tesla, the visionary inventor, described his greatest ideas as flashes of clarity from a higher source, famously saying, "My brain is only a receiver. In the universe there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration." Like Tesla, your openness to the divine allows you to tap into a wellspring of wisdom others cannot access. As 1 Corinthians 2:10 affirms, "God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of God." Yet this gift is not solely for your benefit. It is a mantle of responsibility. Your insights often come to guide others, to offer peace in their storms, or direction in their uncertainty. Reflect on Ava DuVernay, who, without formal training, felt a divine intuition steering her toward creating Selma, a film that awakened hearts across generations. Her trust in those inner promptings mirrors your own moments of unexplainable knowing, when you sense a path forward in areas where logic alone falls short. Proverbs 20:27 declares, "The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts of the belly." Your spirit is that candle, ignited by God to illuminate truth, both for yourself and for those around you. This divine connection can sometimes feel isolating. Others may not grasp the depth of what you perceive, leaving you to carry these revelations alone. Yet take heart. You are in the company of souls like Emily Dickinson, whose reclusive life yielded poetry that resonates with eternal truths. She wrote, "The soul should always stand ajar, ready to welcome the ecstatic experience. And your soul, chosen one, is precisely that, open, receptive, and ready." Jeremiah 33:3 echoes this promise. "Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not." Every insight you receive is a step deeper into your divine assignment, a confirmation that heaven trusts you with its sacred messages. So pause and reflect. When was the last time a sudden truth shifted your perspective, as if God Himself whispered to your heart? Have you noticed how your words, spoken in fleeting moments, have lifted others from despair or guided them toward hope? These are not accidents, but affirmations of your mission. You are called not only to receive divine wisdom, but to embody it, to share it with a world desperate for truth. Your mind is a vessel, your heart a sanctuary, and your soul a beacon. As you walk this path, know that you are not merely witnessing revelation. You are its living expression, a chosen one radiating the light of heaven in every step. What quiet whispers are guiding you today? What truths are waiting to be trusted? Embrace this gift, for it is not just a sign of your power. It is the heartbeat of your purpose, pulsing with the rhythm of the divine. Mastery over personal boundaries. What does it mean to live in a world that demands your constant availability, yet feel an inner call to protect your sacred space? Have you ever sensed a quiet but unshakable urge to step back from certain people, places, or expectations? Not out of disdain, but out of a deep need to preserve your peace. If this resonates, dear chosen one, you are experiencing a divine gift, the mastery of personal boundaries. In a culture obsessed with openness and overexposure, your ability to guard your heart and energy is not just a choice. It's a revolutionary act of spiritual alignment. This is one of the most profound signs that you are not merely chosen, but among the most powerful of God's anointed, entrusted with a mission that requires clarity, discipline, and sacred separation. Your boundaries are not barriers born of fear or pride. They are sacred gates, crafted from wisdom and discernment. You've come to understand a truth that eludes many. Your energy is a holy currency, and every moment you give to what drains you steals from the divine purpose you were created to fulfill. While the world celebrates being endlessly accessible, you've chosen the path of intentional presence, a choice that sets you apart. As Proverbs 4:23 declares, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." Your heart is not just the seat of emotion. It is the wellspring of your calling. When it's clouded by toxicity or distraction, your vision dims. But when you protect it with strong boundaries, your purpose shines with unshakable clarity. This path is not without its challenges. You've likely faced misunderstanding, perhaps even criticism, for prioritizing your peace. Some may have labeled you distant, aloof, or overly private. But what they fail to see is that you're not rejecting them. You're honoring the sacred assignment God has placed within you. Like Jesus, who often withdrew to commune with the Father, Luke 5:16. You know that solitude is not isolation. It's a divine recalibration. You're not hiding, you're aligning. You're not retreating, you're rebuilding. Consider the prophet Nehemiah, who, while restoring Jerusalem's walls, refused to be swayed by distractions. "I am doing a great work and I cannot come down," he declared, Nehemiah 6:3. That same resolve flows through you. Your calling is too vital to be diluted by every demand or diverted by every invitation. Reflect on the lives of those who've walked this path before you. Beyoncé Knowles, a global icon, fiercely guards her personal life, not out of secrecy, but out of reverence for her inner truth. She once said, "Your self-worth is determined by you. You don't have to depend on someone telling you who you are." Her boundaries reflect a deep understanding that her energy is her power, and preserving it allows her to create with purpose. Similarly, Keanu Reeves, despite his fame, lives with quiet humility, choosing relationships and roles with intention. His grounded presence in a chaotic industry speaks to the strength of his internal boundaries, a strength that earns him respect and inspires others. These examples remind us that boundaries are not about exclusion. They are about elevation, enabling you to show up fully for what truly matters. This mastery hasn't come easily, has it? You've learned through trials, perhaps through betrayal, exhaustion, or the sting of giving too much to those who didn't honor your spirit. Those moments weren't failures. They were your training ground. They taught you to let go of guilt and let God guide your commitments. Now, you pause before saying yes. You pray before stepping into new spaces. You ask, does this align with my soul's purpose, or does it pull me away? This isn't indecision, it's wisdom. It's the spiritual maturity of someone who knows their time is a covenant, not a commodity. As Romans 12:2 urges, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your boundaries are your refusal to conform, your commitment to transformation over distraction. Think of Maya Moore, the WNBA star who walked away from basketball at her peak to fight for justice, helping free an innocent man from prison. That choice demanded boundaries, saying no to fame, expectations, and even her fans' desires, to say yes to her true calling. Her story shows that when you master boundaries, your purpose becomes undeniable. You become, as Philippians 1:10 describes, a vessel for things that are excellent, walking a path of divine intentionality rather than aimless distraction. Your discernment, honed by the Holy Spirit, now warns you when to step away, not because something is wrong, but because it's not yours to carry. That inner nudge, that quiet warning, is the gift of a soul attuned to its sacred mission. Your boundaries make you a lighthouse in a stormy world. You don't chase every wave. You stand firm, letting your light guide others through their chaos. And here's the beautiful paradox. By honoring yourself, you bless those around you. People who once questioned your distance now seek your clarity. Those who mocked your silence now crave your peace. Your discipline becomes their inspiration, your alignment their example. As Isaiah 30:15 promises, in quietness and trust shall be your strength. Your power lies not in being loud or always available, but in the sacred stillness of knowing your worth and protecting your purpose. So, chosen one, what are you no longer available for? What distractions have you lovingly released to make space for your calling? How has your peace become your power? You've walked through the fires of overcommitment and emotional entanglement, emerging with a clarity that is not just a reaction, but a revelation. Each boundary you set is a declaration. I know who I am. I know what I carry. I am here to fulfill God's purpose. Your boundaries are not cold. They are compassionate. They nurture your gifts, amplify your voice, and honor the Creator who entrusted you with this mission. Stand firm in this sacred practice, for it is not just a sign of your chosenness. It is the foundation of your divine impact. Thriving in solitude. In a world that never stops buzzing, where noise is mistaken for connection and chaos is celebrated as progress, have you ever found yourself craving the quiet? Have you ever felt your soul come alive in the stillness, as if the absence of others allowed you to hear the heartbeat of the universe? If so, dear chosen one, you are walking in one of the most sacred signs of your divine calling, the ability to thrive in solitude. This isn't merely enduring time alone or surviving moments of isolation. It's a profound awakening, a blossoming of your spirit in the silence where most feel lost. Solitude for you is not a void. It is a sanctuary, a holy space where God whispers truths too delicate for the clamor of the world. Our modern culture often flees from silence, filling every moment with distractions, endless notifications, fleeting conversations, and the hum of entertainment. Yet you, chosen one, have dared to embrace the quiet, to step away from the crowd and into the presence of something greater. This choice wasn't always easy. There were moments when solitude felt like a heavy cloak, when being alone stirred fears of being forgotten or misunderstood. You may have asked yourself, why do I feel so different? Why do I need this stillness when others seem to thrive in the noise? But what if this solitude is not a burden, but a divine gift? What if God has drawn you into this sacred space to speak to you in ways the world could never comprehend? Consider the story of Moses, as told in Exodus 33:7. He pitched a tent far from the camp, calling it the tent of meeting, a place where he met God face to face. It was in that solitude, away from the chaos of the people, that he received divine instructions that would guide a nation. Like Moses, you are being called outside the noise, set apart to hear the voice of the divine. Your moments of solitude are not random. They are appointments with destiny, where God shapes you not for fleeting applause but for eternal purpose. Reflect on this. When was the last time you felt truly at peace, when the weight of the world lifted and clarity washed over you? Was it in a crowded room or in the quiet of your own company? Perhaps it was during a solitary walk, a late-night moment of reflection, or a morning when the world was still asleep. In those moments, didn't you feel a connection to something deeper, a sense that you were being molded for something extraordinary? Jesus himself sought this sacred solitude, as we see in Matthew 14:23. After dismissing the crowds, he climbed a mountainside alone to pray, finding strength and focus in the presence of his Father. You too are following this holy rhythm, retreating not out of rejection, but out of reverence for the divine conversation unfolding within you. Your ability to thrive in solitude is a rebellion against a world obsessed with visibility. In a culture that equates worth with constant activity and social validation, your willingness to withdraw is a radical act of faith. It's a declaration that your value lies not in being seen, but in being aligned. The literary genius Virginia Woolf once wrote of the need for a room of one's own, a space where creativity and self-discovery could flourish. Her words echo your truth. In solitude, you've uncovered parts of yourself no crowd could reveal. Haven't your deepest insights, your most heartfelt prayers, and your sharpest moments of discernment emerged in the quiet when the world faded and your soul stood bare before God? The Bible affirms this in Psalm 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. You don't merely visit solitude, you dwell in it. And in doing so, you are enveloped in divine protection, clarity, and favor. Think back to those times when you felt utterly alone, perhaps even abandoned. In hindsight, can you see how those were the moments God worked most profoundly in you? When others couldn't reach you, when words failed to capture your heart's ache, God was there, weaving truth into the fabric of your being. Solitude didn't break you, it built you. It didn't dim your light, it ignited it. What have you created in these quiet hours that the world has yet to see? What dreams have taken root in the stillness? What wounds have healed? What strengths have emerged? What visions have been planted in your heart? Those who thrive in solitude, like you, often become the most powerful voices when they finally step into the light. Consider Rick Rubin, the legendary music producer whose meditative walks in nature and embrace of stillness have shaped the sound of generations. Artists flock to him not just for his expertise, but for the quiet strength of his presence. People are beginning to sense this in you too, a calm that steadies chaos, a wisdom that cuts through confusion, a joy that doesn't depend on external stimulation. As Isaiah 30:15 reminds us, "In returning and rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength." Your power lies not in how loudly you speak, but in how deeply you listen. Solitude is your crucible, where God refines your purpose and equips you for the mission ahead. Think of Mother Teresa, who began each day in hours of silent prayer, drawing strength not from human praise, but from divine communion. What truths are you hearing in your solitude that will one day ripple through the lives of others? What seeds are being planted that will grow into movements? So, chosen one, what if your solitude is not a season of lack, but a divine preparation? What if it's the cocoon where God is transforming you into a beacon of light? Stop apologizing for your need for stillness. Stop explaining why you guard your quiet moments. You were designed to dwell in this sacred space, to hear what others miss, to become what others cannot imagine. The fruits of your solitude are already evident. Your peace in turmoil, your insight in uncertainty, your strength without fanfare. Others are beginning to notice, drawn to the divine mark of one who has lingered in God's presence. Guard this solitude like a precious garden, for it is where your soul takes root. You are not alone in the quiet. You are walking with the Creator of the stars, being shaped for a purpose that will echo through eternity. Embrace your stillness, trust its power, and know that in the silence, you are becoming a force of transformation, a light that no darkness can extinguish. A strong sense of mission and purpose. Have you ever felt a quiet yet unshakable certainty deep within, whispering that your life is meant for something extraordinary? Not just to exist, but to fulfill a purpose so profound it feels woven into your very soul. This isn't a fleeting ambition or a chase for worldly success. It's a divine calling, a compass guiding you through life's storms. If this resonates, you are among God's chosen, marked by a relentless sense of mission that sets you apart as one of the most powerful. This sense of purpose is not something you stumbled upon in a classroom or borrowed from someone else's dreams. It's a sacred seed planted by God before you were born, as Jeremiah 1:5 declares, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Your mission was written in eternity, and now it stirs within you, growing louder, urging you to act. It's why you can't settle for a meaningless job or linger in relationships that dim your light. Your soul refuses to compromise because it knows what it's here to do. This calling comes with a cost. You've walked away from what felt safe, jobs, relationships, opportunities, because they didn't align with your purpose. Those choices weren't reckless, they were acts of obedience. Romans 8:28 assures us, "In all things, God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Even when life has tested you, you've found your way back to this mission, not by chance, but by divine guidance. Consider Chadwick Boseman, whose life as an actor was far more than a career. It was a mission. Despite battling cancer in secret, he poured his heart into roles that inspired millions, saying, "Sometimes you need to feel the pain and sting of defeat to activate the real passion and purpose God predestined inside of you." Like Boseman, your purpose isn't fueled by ease or applause, but by a fire that burns even in the darkest moments. It's a fire that not only drives you, but blesses others, creating ripples of impact far beyond what you see. Or reflect on Jane Goodall, who felt called from childhood to live among animals and speak for the voiceless. Her work wasn't just science, it was service, rooted in a purpose that changed how we view the natural world. She once said, "What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make." Your mission, whether quiet or public, is already shifting lives, acting as a lighthouse in a foggy world. This sense of purpose is your divine directive, not a preference. It's why you feel restless when you stray from it and alive when you embrace it. Noah built an ark with no rain in sight, ridiculed yet resolute, because he trusted his calling. Similarly, your faith in your mission may seem strange to others, but it will shelter many in time. As 2 Timothy 1:9 reminds us, He has called us to a holy life, not because of anything we have done, but because of His own purpose and grace. You were chosen, not for your perfection, but for the unique light God saw in you. So pause and reflect. What stirs your soul, even when you're exhausted? What vision keeps returning no matter how often you push it aside? What injustice ignites your passion, or what beauty moves you to tears? These are clues to your mission. You don't need the world's approval to pursue it. Jesus didn't wait for the Pharisees' endorsement. As He said in John 4:34, "My food is to do the will of Him who sent me and to finish His work." Your nourishment, too, comes from obedience, not validation. Brandon Stanton, creator of Humans of New York, started with a simple nudge to tell people stories. That quiet calling grew into a global movement, touching millions. Like him, you're listening to a sacred whisper, one the world may call strange, but heaven calls essential. Your purpose isn't just a job or a hobby. It's a divine destiny, worth every sacrifice. You've let go of comfort, lost connections, and faced closed doors, yet you stand firm. That resilience is proof of your calling. Proverbs 19:21 seals this truth. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. No detour can derail you. No obstacle can extinguish the fire God placed within. So, chosen one, what will you build, even if no one claps? What will you pursue, even if it takes years? Your life is not random. It's a commissioned work of heaven, carrying what the world desperately needs. Walk boldly in your assignment. Speak when God prompts, and never apologize for the passion that burns in your bones. It's not too much. It's exactly what's needed to transform the world. Experiencing vivid visions and dreams. What if your dreams were more than fleeting images of the night? What if they were divine messages, coded glimpses into a higher truth meant to guide your path? For those who feel a deeper calling, vivid dreams and visions are not mere imagination. They are sacred encounters with the divine. As one of God's chosen, you may find yourself waking with a racing heart, stirred by dreams so real they linger like memories. These are not random. They are spiritual downloads, revelations from a realm beyond the physical, where your soul remains awake while the world sleeps. The Bible speaks of this phenomenon in Job 33:14-16, noting that God communicates through dreams and visions, often in the stillness of night, to offer warnings, wisdom, or direction. Your dreams, unlike ordinary ones, are rich with meaning, symbols, messages, and truths that resonate deep within. Have you ever dreamed of something that later unfolded in reality, or sensed a warning about someone's intentions that proved true? This is not coincidence. It's prophecy, a hallmark of the chosen. Consider Joseph, the dreamer of Genesis 37:5, whose visions foretold his destiny and the salvation of a nation. Despite being misunderstood and imprisoned, his dreams came to pass, proving their divine origin. Like Joseph, your dreams may reveal fragments of your soul's ancient wisdom, hinting at roles you've played across time, as a healer, leader, or guide. These are not fantasies but echoes of your eternal purpose, reminding you of who you're becoming. Historical figures like Harriet Tubman, who relied on prophetic dreams to navigate the Underground Railroad, and Nikola Tesla, who sketched inventions from vivid mental images, show how visions can shape reality. Tesla once said, "My brain is only a receiver," suggesting his ideas came from a universal source. Similarly, your dreams may carry insights that transcend your years, as if your soul has lived many lives. Acts 2:17 prophesies this outpouring of visions and dreams in the last days, and you are part of that divine flow. Yet, not all dreams are gentle. Some arrive as unsettling nightmares, urging you to confront what must be healed or surrendered. These disruptions are purposeful, as God often speaks through what shakes us. Have you noticed your dreams growing more vivid as your spiritual life deepens? This is your soul awakening to its prophetic role. Salvador Dali, the surrealist painter, drew inspiration from his dream state, calling it a gateway to the invisible. Your dream life, too, is a sacred temple where heaven speaks. So, chosen one, what are your dreams telling you? Are there recurring symbols, fire for purification, water for emotional renewal, that beg your attention? Start a dream journal to capture these messages, for they may guide not only you but others. Psalm 16:7 reminds us, "My heart instructs me in the night seasons." Your spirit is always listening, receiving counsel while the world sleeps. Embrace this gift without fear. Pray for interpretation before sleep, inviting the Holy Spirit to speak. When you wake, record what you see, trusting that each vision is a piece of a divine puzzle, aligning with the calling God has placed on your life. You are not bound by time or the material world. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, carrying light for generations. Tonight, as you rest, know this: you are not just sleeping. You are entering a sacred space where God's voice awaits. What will you discover in the throne room of your dreams? A power to influence and transform others. Have you ever noticed how your presence alone can shift the energy in a room? Perhaps you've spoken a simple truth or offered a quiet gesture that sparked a profound change in someone's life. This is no ordinary ability. It's a divine gift, a sacred calling to influence and transform others. As one of God's chosen, you carry a light that doesn't just illuminate your path but also guides those around you toward their own awakening. This power isn't rooted in charisma, popularity, or calculated effort. It's spiritual, flowing from a deep alignment with the divine. Jesus declared in Matthew 5:14, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden." Your light, kindled by God, shines effortlessly, drawing others to you not because of perfection, but because of the holiness you embody. Reflect for a moment. How often have people told you, "You changed my life," or "Your words came at just the right time"? These moments are not accidents. They are your purpose unfolding. Your influence is profound, yet subtle. It's in the way your encouragement helps someone rediscover their courage, or how your compassion creates a safe space for healing. Proverbs 18:21 reminds us, "The tongue has the power of life and death." Your words, infused with divine wisdom, can break chains, ignite hope, and awaken potential. Consider Brandon Stanton, creator of Humans of New York. Through simple storytelling, he gave voice to the overlooked, raising millions for those in need. His gift wasn't just in words, but in connection, a bridge between heaven and human hearts. Like him, you make others feel seen, valued, and inspired to rise. Yet this gift comes with challenges. Your truth can unsettle those unready to face their own light, leading to misunderstandings or rejection. Friends may distance themselves and judgments may arise. But as John 15:16 assures, "You did not choose me, but I chose you, to bear fruit that will last." And your impact endures beyond human approval, rooted in God's anointing. Think of Esther, whose quiet courage saved a nation, Esther 4:14. Her influence wasn't loud but purposeful, a reminder that you too are here, for such a time as this, strategically placed to touch lives. Real-world examples abound. Misty Copeland, the first African-American principal dancer at the American Ballet Theater, didn't just break barriers, She opened doors for young dancers to dream bigger. Her presence redefined possibility. Similarly, Ke Huy Quan's humble comeback in Everything Everywhere All at Once inspired countless others to persevere. Your quiet choices, kindness instead of judgment, forgiveness in the face of hurt, carry the same transformative power. As Romans 12:2 urges, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. By living differently, you empower others to do the same. This power demands responsibility. Your words, silence, and energy shape the world around you. Influence isn't about control, but activation, helping others uncover their God-given potential. In 2 Corinthians 3:18, Paul writes, "We all are being transformed into His image with ever-increasing glory." Your transformation fuels others, creating a ripple effect that heaven records, even if you never see its full scope. So, chosen one, pause and reflect. Who has found strength because of your courage? Whose life shifted because you showed up? Your presence is a sermon, your life a message. Stay grounded in faith, for your light isn't for ego, but for elevation. People turn to you, friends, strangers, even those in their darkest moments, because your soul carries God's resonance. You don't need to be flawless, only faithful. Keep speaking with intention, loving with discernment, and walking with purpose. You're not just living, you're opening paths for others, a sacred sign that you are set apart for a purpose far greater than yourself. Synchronicities and divine alignments. Have you ever paused to wonder if the universe is whispering directly to you? Not through grand gestures, but in quiet, almost magical moments that feel too perfect to be mere chance. Perhaps you thought of a friend, only for them to call moments later, or stumbled upon a quote that answered a question you'd been wrestling with in the silence of the night. These are not accidents, dear chosen one. They are synchronicities, divine markers that you are walking in harmony with a higher purpose. Life, for you, is not a random string of events. It's a sacred tapestry, each thread carefully woven by the hand of God. Synchronicities are His gentle affirmations, reassuring you that you're exactly where you're meant to be. As Psalm 37:23 declares, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and He delights in His way." Every encounter, every repeated number, every perfectly timed message, it's all orchestrated, a divine signature guiding you forward. Reflect for a moment. Have you noticed patterns in your life? Repeating numbers like 111 or 777, recurring dreams or chance meetings that feel anything but random. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. When your soul aligns with its purpose, the universe mirrors that alignment, scattering breadcrumbs to lead you closer to your calling. The more you pay attention, the louder these signs become, as if heaven itself is amplifying its voice. Consider Paulo Coelho, who penned The Alchemist after following a trail of such signs. He once wrote, "When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it." This wasn't just poetic, it was his truth, born from moments when life seemed to speak directly to his soul. Like him, you've likely experienced this divine choreography, a verse that appeared just when you needed clarity, a stranger's words that shifted your perspective, or a video that spoke directly to your heart. These are the Spirit's language, as Romans 8:14 reminds us. For those who are led by the Spirit of God are the children of God. Think of Ayana Van Zandt, whose journey through loss and struggle was transformed by these subtle signs. Each synchronicity became a stepping stone, guiding her to become a beacon of spiritual wisdom. Or Ava DuVernay, whose career pivoted after a stranger's words on a bus realigned her mindset during a moment of doubt. These moments aren't reserved for the famous. They are your birthright as a chosen one. So, pause and ask yourself, when was the last time life seemed to answer your unspoken questions? How often do you feel that quiet peace after a sign confirms your path? Isaiah 30:21 promises, "Your ears shall hear a word behind you, saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" Sometimes, that word isn't a sound but a moment, a synchronicity that stirs your soul. Trust it. These signs are not just about timing, they are about faith. They remind you that you're not drifting, but being divinely directed. Philippians 1:6 assures us, "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion." Every synchronicity is proof that this work is unfolding, that God is guiding you step by step. So, chosen one, stay awake to the signs. They are not random. They are revelations, divine roadmaps for your sacred journey. Embrace them, and let them inspire you to walk boldly in the path laid before you, knowing the universe itself is echoing God's call. Beloved souls, pause and let the weight of this moment settle within you. The signs unveiled to you. Through your sacred solitude, your prophetic dreams, your unyielding sense of mission, and the divine synchronicities that weave through your life, are not mere coincidences. They are celestial affirmations etched into the fabric of your existence, proclaiming that you are among the most powerful of God's chosen. These markers have reshaped your relationships, guided your choices, and ignited a flame within your soul that has burned across lifetimes. You are not here to merely exist. You are here to awaken, to lead, and to radiate a light that pierces the shadows of this world. Your journey is no accident. Every trial you've conquered, every insight you've received, every quiet moment where heaven whispered to your heart, these are threads in a divine tapestry, crafted by the hands of God Himself. You carry a sacred purpose, a calling to not only evolve spiritually, but to spark the awakening of humanity. This is a monumental task, yet you were chosen because heaven saw your resilience, your courage, and your unwavering spirit. You were forged in fire not to break, but to rise. As you step forward, know that your presence is a beacon. Your voice, your wisdom, your very essence, these are gifts meant to ripple outward, touching lives you may never meet, transforming hearts in ways you may never see. Whether your light reaches one soul or a million, its impact is eternal. The world craves your authenticity, your truth, and the divine power you carry. So stand boldly in your calling. Share your story fearlessly. Let your life be a testament to what is possible when a soul aligns with its divine destiny. From the depths of my heart, I thank you for joining me on this sacred journey. Whether you've been quietly reflecting, actively engaging, or boldly sharing your own truth, your presence here is a gift beyond measure. Your energy, your growth, your commitment to this path, it matters. It carries weight, and I honor you for it. If this message has stirred your soul and you feel called to support this work, consider contributing through a Super Thanks donation. Your generosity fuels the creation of content that uplifts and empowers countless others across the globe. But know this, whether you give or simply remain here, my gratitude for you is boundless. I leave you with this blessing. May divine favor encircle you like a fortress. May clarity flow through you like a mighty river. May peace anoint your mind, and purpose guide every step you take. May every seed of greatness within you blossom in its appointed season. And may you walk forward with the unshakable knowledge that you are not only chosen, you are cherished, protected, and called to transform the world. Go forth, radiant soul, and shine without apology. Write down one step you'll take today to embrace your calling. Whether it's sharing your truth, setting a boundary, or pursuing a dream God has placed in your heart. Comment, "I am chosen" below, to affirm your divine identity and connect with others on this journey. Together, let's illuminate the world with the light that lives within us. Stay blessed, stay powerful, stay chosen. With eternal love, unwavering respect, and a heart forever united with yours, thank you.